I had a viewer said that you don't care if I buy RC cars or not.
What?
See, guys, exactly, yeah.
If I don't care, what?
That you don't care if I buy RC cars.
Yeah, I do care. I want you to buy as little as possible.
So, I don't know whoever came up with that theory that she doesn't care, but you obviously don't live in this house. Alright, it's release day of the Mini XRT. Irregardless of your feelings of Traxxas, I don't know why you're here if you don't like the car and watching the video and just want to make bad comments, but we're here today at Classic RC to pick up the new Mini XRT so I can bring you content and hopefully you enjoy the car. Now, before I get into it, look, this is a locally owned hobby shop. Jimmy, the owner, he has 3 employees. They're all veterans. I go in here and shop, and that's who I support. It's enough with the Traxxas stuff. Let's get in here and pick up this new car. Check it out. We got it. Now hopefully I'll be able to run it. I've been here in the store. If you guys can see, it's stormed. So maybe I get home. We'll be trying if we can run this thing. All right, now that I actually own one, we'll get to do a proper unbox and see what's inside. There's been some confusion. People thought that the other one was mine. No, that was the store's model. You couldn't buy them yet. It was just now, today was the release date. So let's see if there's not anything worthy of noticing on here. 2S 40 plus mile an hour, 3S 55 plus miles an hour. Blah blah blah. So we have red, the blue, the green, and orange. 4 colors. Here's probably any info that anybody cares about. Clipless body, high torque metal gear steering servo, steel gear planetary differentials, center diff, the Gravix tires, TSM, so it does have stability control. Guys, look, it says TQ on the road. This is TSM. Does it really matter what you call it? Jeez, man, it's not. We're out of English anymore, man. The Wide Max kit. I don't know why I call it Wide Max on the XRT, but I guess whatever. So here. One of the things people complain about the price. So you do get a 2S 3500 milliamp hour battery and a charger. Not the best charger, but you do get one. 3300 kV motor and a VXL 3S ESC. Here we go. Break that seal. All right, so first thing we're greeted with, a little box. Boom, there you go, your 3300 milliamp hour battery included. One big bag. Shock spacers and the discs and all that part for, looks like disc for inside the shock. 2 of them. Stickers, tools, Allen wrench, little wheel wrench. 1 tiny charger. Look at how cute. Aww. I guess, you know, if you're traveling and that would actually come convenient. Oh, this just says 2S LiPo balance charger. Guess it really won't work for 3S. That's kind of dumb. Your Traxxas manual. It's actually fairly decent here. You got a breakdown of all the parts, part numbers, things like that. So you kind of have to read through the way they do stuff. Like here, the shock oils, it's all in black, but if you look, this one, it says shock oil 20 weight. Is in kind of like a lighter tone, so that is what they used in here, is a 20 weight shock oil. Anything in dark is like the optional stuff. Anything that's like in a light color like that, if you can see, this is all darker. These are optional. This is what they actually put in there. So you kind of have to read between the lines to find this Traxxas stuff. So your chargers, warranty card. Of quick start guide, basic information on, you know, getting stuff running and how to do a few things. It's worth taking a look at. One Mini XRT, and still left to dig out of here. Boom, one Traxxas transmitter, and it's the TQI. Now nobody can correct that. It says TQI right on it. I don't want to hear nothing about it. It says TQI. They're only this pretty but once. So I know I've already done a review video on this thing, so I'm not going to get too much into here. But yes, you have the wide max kit, the arms. You do have 3 positions for the shocks, and if you look, this is already right here in the lowest position. So if you need more ground clearance, you can move them up. Of course, that does change the geometry and the way the suspension works, but suspension feels decent. Again, on this is weird. Softer tires in the rear than in the front. The front are a harder compound than the rear. These are directional. And they are vented on the inside. So unlike the Mini Max, this does have a wheelie bar already installed. Seems nice and flexible. We have a pretty cool wing, little XRT style, and the very lovely Traxxas clipless system. Now, we have what some people are calling windshield gate or whatever. Some people aren't happy with the windshield. I am concerned that it's going to cause a weak spot in here, and it is, I mean, honestly, yeah, it is a little tacky to cut a hole in here, you would think. Oh no, this vent is real. It does work. Let's see if we can't. Man, look at that. So this, it seemed like to me like the one at the store. This wasn't cut through. Huh, I don't remember. And, you know, got the, guess I didn't look hard enough. I don't know, but yeah, see, like here, they just cut it and then they pushed it over. It's kind of, or no, I guess that's just the decal. The decal went already through, they cut the body. So something weird. It's just kind of a weird setup. I already noticed the one in the store had some bubbling here in the front. So I'm going to go ahead and, before we run it, put some foam over these shock towers to try to save this body. Alright. We don't need no warning stickers, man. We don't need this. Man, let's get out of here. Funny, it's so small, there's really not much to look at, but I mean, you do have the 2075X. It's a metal geared servo, so this should be pretty good. And we actually have the 3S ESC. It's pretty cool right here. Got the cat packs. Now there is no fan, and I forgot to do the temp check on my other run, but when I got back in the store, this ESC was cool. There was there was no temp. Now the motor was fairly hot, so probably be at least putting a fan on here, but we're going to test it as is and give you a temp report and all that stuff here. So we got the Traxxas battery system. It does not flip around like it would on something like the Rustler and all that. Cheapy plastic shocks. Just I don't like these collars. I don't understand why they can't just take 2 seconds, mold this thing with some threads, so that way we can have on the spot adjustments. I don't like these stupid clips. Hopefully this will hold up better than the Rustler did. I know people comparing this to the Rustler because it's a few bucks cheaper. This is a few bucks cheaper than the Rustler. The Rustler, the factory shocks are absolute trash. You would hit a bump and this bottom perch would pop out and you would freaking lose everything. This is a very similar setup, but maybe it will it'll hold together better. So far my testing, I haven't had it happen. And then again, here on the back, we have 3 positions for the shocks. So you can technically, if you want a little more ground clearance out of this for whatever reason, you can adjust the shocks, bring it up. And then we have the receiver here in the middle. So everything's plastic. I mean, damn near everything. Not quite sure this steering setup here. Yeah, dual bell crank system. You know, we got the plastic CV. axles here, but I don't have a problem with it. You know, the plastic's pretty forgiving, pretty solid. I've got fixed steering linkages here. Nothing's adjustable. But I mean, it's a fun little basher. I mean, like I said, I've already had the privilege of driving this thing, and man, it is a freaking rocket. It is absolute rocket. But now we're gonna go take it out. I'm gonna try another speed run. My first speed run stopped at 60, but I was getting a wobble out of it. I didn't realize the TQI was not active or something was wrong with it. I didn't realize that it had the TSI or TQI, whatever the hell you want to call it. Didn't realize it had it. So we're gonna go ahead and go out there and give another run on 3. I'll charge up this 2S. We'll run it on 2S, then we'll run on 3S, and then we're gonna go jump it and go have some fun. We'll see you out there. All right, here we go. We have the 2S pack in here. We got our RC Guy Garage GPS holder in there. Fits nicely because we know how he feels about strapping it to the wing.
Normally on the outside of the RC car where they shouldn't be.
All right, so I'm gonna do this kind of in 2 parts. We're gonna run it, speed test it on the 2S, and then we're gonna come back. I'm gonna jump it, do some running around on the 2S, so that way you know what you get out of the box. Because that's what I'm more concerned with when I do these videos, is like the out of the box performance. But for me, because I want to run on 3S, I had the 3S pack. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll show you the difference, so that way if you want to make the small investment. I mean, I know people aren't fans of Traxxas batteries, but the little one there's not that bad. And I forgot to turn this thing on. Yeah. See, it's without any fans, it's hard to tell that it's actually on or not. So this is a little harder to get on because the GPS thing is kind of pushing the body a little bit, but it's in there. All right, let's see. So we got speed, and let's just make sure this thing's gonna. All right. Speed, starting. Wow, so that's not too bad on 2S, really. What? It freaking wheelies on 2S. Wow, now I did not see that coming. Wow. That you know what? I mentioned the earlier video with the Sanrail car. I'm getting about tired of doing Traxxas videos because just the negativity. Because people are going to come in with that price now, like, I can't do anything for that. I don't know what coming on my channel griping about it is going to do, but no freaking way. Dude, I guess it's what they said on the box. But I think they said, I can't remember. I thought they said 45, but maybe it's I can't remember. 40. Okay, so it did say it on the box, but I'm still just to see it in person. So I might stand correct. You might not even want to get the 3S because, damn, this thing. I'm sorry. I really did not expect this performance on 2S. Wow. So yeah, I'm thinking about maybe I'm gonna make some kind of like friggin' thumbnail that's just gonna like piss off the armor crowd. Grom killer or something. I don't know. Something's been out here rutting up the grass. Jeez Louise. So on 2S, obviously not enough power to backflip. I did do it at the shop on 3S. So make sure we get this body tucked in as we can. So no backflips on 2S, but guys, If you've watched my channel for any amount of time, you know that when like the Max Slash came out, I was brutally hard on it, and I think rightfully so. It was a $700 RC, and it was not ready to go. Now, granted, I know this one's not that cheap in the grand scheme of things, but also, this is not a Grom. I think people are going to try to compare the two. This is not a Grom. It is considerably bigger, way faster, and more agile. I think you're going to get a lot more out of this than you would any Grom. And I know I'll get some hate for that, but I'm not trying to be partial to any one brand, but the Groms are very small and light. Oh man, that's what I need to do, is a speed test in the dirt. There you go. Hopefully you can see that. We got speed. Let's start. Let's see. Dude, like seriously, like the Mini Max, you know, it's kind of like one of those things that it's typical of these small cars. It doesn't do much, you know, very good. It's kind of cool. It's a fun little RC, but it doesn't do much good. This one does very well. Okay. So 35. So we lost 7 miles an hour in the dirt, in the grass here. He's you know, struggling a little bit to push through. But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. On 2S, I was not expecting this performance on 2S. This. I mean, look at the freaking rooster tails. The thing is. Oh no. Ooh, good. I didn't want to go swimming. But man. Wow. You know, Traxxas released that Jado, the 223S, very underwhelming. Performance was like, and I said it in the video. You know, honestly, the way I felt about it, just wasn't very impressive car. You know, even the Mini Max, I said, you know, for its price, I think it was, you know, 2S. Just, I mean, it did okay on 2S. But the fact it didn't have any kind of center diff was just really, just kind of dumb. So, you know, if I just try to take my experience of using multiple RCs and, you know, just buying stuff and running a lot of things and try to come up with kind of like a fair opinion of what I think an audience would want, expect, or, you know, desire out of an RC. You know, just might not be important to some people, probably really important to others. But what I see out of this little car is pretty damn impressive. Like I said, for me, the Mini Max on 2S, I was like, But even on 2S, it should have had some kind of slipper clutch or center diff. Shame on them for skipping out on something that it shouldn't even been an option, really. Should have had it, and you know, they got a lot of bad press over it because people were breaking the diffs, and rightfully so. But those people that went and put 3S in it and were breaking diffs, well, shame on you. You should have known better. So I don't really like the way this battery fits in here. It has to slide like under this receiver, so I'm not a fan of that. I really wish they would have gave more room, especially like even with this battery. Trying to get these wires in here is disturbingly hard. How hard you have to push down on that. The 2S didn't seem quite as bad, but It felt like they're about the same dang size. I don't get it. So I do wish they would have made this chassis a little bit longer, give us a little bit longer runtime on the battery. Let's see. Oh yeah, I think the 3S is just a tad bit longer, just enough to make it more of a hassle to get it situated in there. All right, so motor's got some good heat on it already, so we're really going to test out the what the heat's like on this thing. Speed. Let's see, last time I did not have TSI. Jeez, man, I get tired of everybody friggin' crying about what I call it. Oh, damn it. Dude, this thing. Whoa! And that's into the wind. I'm gonna have to try to get. No, come on, man. Well, at least I can hear it. Oh, ow. If you guys know, these berries are grown on very thorny things. Ha! Ow, 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 ow. Ow. Dude, yeah, the brakes are a little strong on this. Good grief. I'll tell you, I almost kind of regret getting the 3S battery, because I think it's a bit much. Whoa. All right, let's see how fast it ran there, and then we'll run it here through the grass, and hopefully it doesn't. Oh boy. $64. Oh, I knew this car had more in it. 64. That is, wow. All right. So we got speed. Actually, I don't even really want to run this thing that fast in the damn. I don't even know if I can. I don't think I'm gonna be able to keep that front end down. Nope. Oh, well, that concludes today's test. Oh, man. Yeah, that happened. Oh. Well, I just went how fast? Straight into a freaking pole. Damn. Oh. Sorry, little car. Damn it. I don't even know what all I lost here. Oh. Broke that, didn't I? Oh, broke the steering linkage. Lost the friggin' axle, wherever that is. Oh, man. Full speed into a... Damn. I'm really surprised the damage ain't worse, to be honest with you. I mean, we didn't break a control arm. Just broke the steering linkage here. I lost the axle, which is probably the other half of this. I'm not sure what else I'm missing here. Damn. Oh, my new car. I was just trying to get that friggin' speed. 45. I don't know. I think it went a bit faster, but man, I finally got the front end to stay down for a second. Oh, man. Oh, wow. There's a bearing that I just lost. I just had it. Here it is. So I have a bearing. Well, other than that, everything still works. Let's get some temps so that way we can. Motor's at 150. Let's see the ESC. 134. And to be honest, it does not even really feel like it's that hot, but that's why we use this. Let's see, 132. 150 on the motor. I mean, we just went full speed, full throttle for the most part right there, and we've been running for how long? So I'm going to put a fan on the motor because the ESC will shut down when it gets in the thermal. The motor won't, but damn, my poor car. So I mean, likes, dislikes. Hey, it's pretty durable. I mean, yeah, it's sitting here broke, but I smashed that pole, and whatever that speed was, 45 miles an hour into a pole. And the only thing I broke there was the steering, and possibly, I'm probably missing I'm gonna be missing a second bearing. Damn, that's gonna suck. I'm gonna spend a minute here, try to find these parts, but freaking durable, extremely fast. Man, blows me away with how fast, powerful it is. I really like the way it drives, very well planted. It's actually, I don't like these smaller cars because usually they're not too usable. You really just can't run them, and they just all the time have problems staying on the ground, flipping over easily. This thing stays on the ground pretty damn well. I mean, I'm pretty impressed with how well just everything works. I wish I would have had more time. I didn't break it on the speed run. I could have showed you, but if you watch my initial video, I did do a backflip off the ramp on 3S with this thing, so it is capable of doing backflips. I do wish there was more room. Like I said, I do wish they would at least put a fan on the motor. I wish there was a little bit more room here. I don't like these shocks. I want to see something threaded. I don't understand the two different compounded tires. Just give us one. I think it's gonna be better for air control. Like put these soft ones all the way around. The brakes are a little strong, but if you had the Bluetooth module, you can easily turn that down. It's something I recommend. Hey, it's your choice if you want to, but when we were running down the road and I got on the brakes, it initially just picked up the back end and tumbled off into those thorns. So I do feel they're a little strong, but man, other than that, I like the car. I'm really, really impressed with what they did here, man. This is something super. And just to wrap it up real quick, I know people maybe want to see if this 3S will be the first one to jump the valley, and maybe we'll give it a try here later on down the road. But if you guys look, I have never seen this, never. So that's why I run. This is a retention deal, and as you can see, it's retaining water. So unless I had a boat, yeah, there wouldn't be any jumping the Valley of Doom over here, which the valley actually doesn't seem too bad. It's got a little water in it. Something in there is clogging up because it's not flowing out very fast. But yeah. Well, guys, there you have it. I know I always say it, but I'm just going to repeat it not last time, but if you guys are interested in one, I'll leave a link down below you can pick one up from AMAIN. It's an affiliate link. It helps me out because, as you see, I bought this car with my money, and now I have to buy parts to get it back up and running for you. So hopefully it won't be down too long. I'll get the parts ordered, hopefully about as soon as I get home. And then, you know, hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you guys shop Amazon or if you want to buy some ARMA stuff, go through Horizon Hobby. I have those links down below. You know, you can buy anything you want. Just start at my store. Check out RC stuff if you're interested in what I use, or go buy anything you want over there on Amazon. It helps me out, keep the channel running, and bring this stuff to you. Everyone, man, come on, keep it positive, stay happy, just enjoy the hobby, man. Nobody cares what the name on the car is, man. Is it good? Is it not good? Are we having fun? That's all it's about, man. Coming out here, having some fun, trying not to break stuff. You guys know I usually don't break my stuff, but in this case, yeah, I got a little carried away going through the field here, and that sucks. Oh well, everyone, hope you enjoyed watching me break my stuff, and checking out this I mean, it is a pretty car, man. I do like that. That is one thing I'll give them too, that they didn't overdo the Traxxas logos and all that on here. That stuff always drives me crazy. If you look, most of my Traxxas cars, I've ripped the decals off because I can't stand all that nonsense that they put on there. But this one's a pretty good looking car, man. What do you think? Maybe that should be my thumbnail? Maybe that will be. Maybe I won't torment the ARMA people. Maybe I'll use this. All right, everyone. Appreciate the support. Thanks for watching. See you next.